Harvard Law School professor emeritus and author of the book Get Trump, The Threat to Civil Liberties, Due Process, and Our Constitutional Rule of Law, Alan Dershowitz joins me. Good evening, sir. Looking globally at this investigation, was anything shady done about the investigation? Is it prosecutorial discretion or is it special treatment?
Well, if you believe the testimony that was given, obviously it's special treatment. Look, our country is in deep, deep trouble. What are the headlines? The headlines that each party is trying to use and weaponize the criminal justice system against the leaders of the other party. The Democrats are trying to indict Donald Trump for constitutionally protected speech on January 6th and for conduct that didn't constitute a crime in New York and other places. And now the Republicans are trying desperately to find something on Hunter Biden, and maybe it'll lead to Joe Biden. Let the Justice Department administer the law fairly to both sides, and let's listen to all the evidence. Well, except
that one thing. Yeah. I'm with you. Let both sides do it. But if there's something that Hunter Biden did wrong, this Justice Department has not shown a particular appetite, if you listen to these two agents, to do the job. That's, I mean, to give the Republicans what they want in the committee. So the Justice Department isn't doing, so the committee is, and look, the politics is evident. I heard one congressman, he kept saying that Weiss, who was a U.S. attorney in Delaware, kept saying he was appointed by Trump. That is a fact. He was appointed by Trump. However, he was appointed by Trump after the recommendation of the two U.S. senators who happen to be Democrats. That's left out. So they all playing this game back and forth.
Look, Weiss is not able to do the job with the restrictions that have been placed on him. We need to either give him the status of a special prosecutor, an independent prosecutor, or create one. We can't trust this Justice Department to investigate the son of the man who appointed everybody in the Justice Department, even if he didn't technically appoint this person. The American people have no faith in Weiss. They have no faith in the Justice Department. They have no faith that we're seeing administration of justice fairly. And this whistleblower, he has to have his credibility determined very, very strongly. If even half of what he's saying is true, then we have an even more serious problem, and a problem that really becomes very much criminal in nature. So we have more investigation to do. It's not going to work to have the Democrats investigate the Republicans and the Republicans investigate the Democrats. We need somebody of extraordinary credibility with no limitations on his authority to look into all of these issues and tell the American people, look, this is the truth, the nonpartisan, the objective truth. Let the chips fall where they may politically.
I agree with you that we need someone independently to do this because both have sort of a dog in this fight, the Republicans and the Democrats. Yet every time we have a special prosecutor before that independent counsel, before that statute sunsetted, it ended up to be another nightmare. It became full employment for lawyers in some instances. It became a witch hunt. It went down so many rabbit holes. I mean, would that realistically work, looking at how we've struggled with this before?
We have a deeply flawed justice system. We're the only country in the world that merges the political job of attorney general with the prosecutor's job of doing justice fairly. One of the few countries, most countries, England, Israel, other countries don't do that. And so what we need is two separate departments, one that only investigates crime and has no political obligations. It's a civil service job. And then the other is the advisor to the president, the current attorney general. But we need something like a director of public prosecution, a full-time job by persons who can investigate objectively and who don't report to the president, who don't report to the attorney general. That's the ultimate solution. We're not going to get that right away. So in the meantime, we may need more independent counsel with unlimited jurisdiction. The problem with Weiss is he tried, according to testimony, to get more jurisdiction, more power in California and in Washington, D.C., and he was denied it. And now that's been denied. And I hope the judge doesn't accept the plea bargain, which I think is next week, without asking questions about who's telling the truth regarding the jurisdiction of Weiss. The plea bargain may be based on an incomplete investigation and not in the interests of justice. So that has to be pursued vigorously.
All right. Well, I'm going to take the last word on it, but from an investigative point of view, we've got two things, I think, going for the investigation. One is you can follow the money. A lot of these things went through banking transactions, so it's possible to get information. It's not so much people talking, so that's a little bit better in trying to draw down on what the facts are. The other thing is, after today, I'm hoping, if there are more whistleblowers, that they come forward, be doing a great service to this country to come forward, whether it's a whistleblower on one side of the dispute or on the other. But, you know, we need more information. And I think that's probably our best luck.
Don't trust whistleblowers just because they're whistleblowers. You have to check their credibility very, very carefully.
Which is why we have more people come forward to be very helpful. Professor Alan Dershowitz, thank you, sir.
Thank you.